Okay, this is my day 5. I'm back at mountain crossing. I had to take a week off for a family emergency, but I'm back. So this will be my day 5. I'm leaving from mountain crossing and headed out. I think I'm going to hike for about 6 days, and then it'll be time to go home. Something I think is interesting, when people buy new boats at the outfitter here, they tend to leave all their old boats and they just kind of like throw them up in the trees. So when you start looking around, you see hiking shoes, hiking boots, all up in the trees. It's kind of cool. When I get inside, if I remember, I'll film some stuff in there. I got a bunch of old camping gear and the like. This trail was established in 1937, so it's been here for a while. Thought I tried to read this the other day, but I don't think I got close enough. Blood Mountain, it's the highest elevation in Georgia, 4458. And that's what it says if I'm close enough to read it this time. Alright, leaving mountain crossing. This is Neel Gap. On my way to Whitley Gap. Should be a pretty easy walk today. I only got 7 miles to go, so that's good. Appalachian Trail goes right through the store. It's pretty cool. Tells me this is the only shingled roof on the Appalachian Trail. So here we go. Everything else is just rock and wood roofs. Here you go. Here we are. And I'm through. Alright. Whitley Gap. Here I come. Should be there in 7 hours. It's about 9 now. So I should get in about 4 o'clock. That'd be great. Set up early camp. Take an easy day today. It's my first day back on the trail. Whew. Pack's heavier than I remember now after having it off for a week. I was just about getting used to it all. Now I'm starting all over again. Looks like I'm entering Raven Cliffs Wilderness on my way to Whitley Gap. Isn't it beautiful here? I think I freaking love it. Notice this damn thing just kind of comes on. So looks like that's the trail going between those 2 trees. You see, it may not be quite as developed as you might think. It's pretty much just wilderness. Okay, this part of the trail is a lot smoother, as you see. I had a big rainstorm last night, so it's a little sticky, not quite muddy. So this little short strip, I should be able to move a little quicker. Being my first day back on the trail, it's almost like first day on the trail. So seems really hard. I know once I make it to lunch, it gets easier after that. So yeah, I was just about to get my hiker's legs when I left, so now I'm kind of starting again. Nice little camp spot right there if anybody wanted it. Another camp spot right up here on my right. So my strategy is always try to get to a shelter every night, but you wouldn't have to. There's plenty of camping spots. Okay, here we go again. Looks like it's going to get a little bit rougher. Going a little rise again. So that's my cue to stop. There's the white blaze. Whew, just came from here. Up the mountain. Up the mountain. Up the mountain. And whoa. Still going up. Uppity, uppity, up, up. Keep thinking it's going to level off soon. This looks like a pretty nice spot. I really like it. It's pretty. You can see I'm up on a ridge, and then it runs off to a low spot right over there. So I must be on the ridge of this mountain. Then there's a valley, and you can see the next mountain over there. This is the way I'm going. Right through there's the trail. See it? Right there's the trail. Goes up through those woods somewhere. And here's the other side. Same thing. Looks like I'm on a ridge, and then it drops down, and you can see another mountain over on that side. So beautiful here. So quiet. Can you hear that bird? I probably won't see another human for a couple of days. Once I start getting close to Helen, I'll probably start seeing some people again. So I would suspect today and tomorrow I will probably be totally alone in the wilderness. It's so awesome. Love it. I've been on the trail about an hour and a half now. Starting to feel a lot better, stronger, getting a little easier. But that's been my experience as a hiker the last 20 years or so. But if you can just push through that first hour every morning, it seems like, but especially the first day, that first hour or two is pretty brutal, and it's just always hard. But then once you get past that, everything gets all warmed up, and lungs and your heart get to pumping, and I don't know, it just seems to get a lot easier. So I'm feeling a lot better about it today already, and then tomorrow again. Be kind of hard that first hour, but then after that I'll probably get in a pretty good stride starting tomorrow. At least that's my hope. So hopefully it won't take the whole 4 days to get my hiker legs again. Hopefully I'm gonna get those in 2. Everybody says, or experts tell you, day 2 of a long hike is always the hardest. So tomorrow may be hard, but I'm hoping, since I've already done 4 days of this a week ago, it'll be a less break-in period. Alright, looks like it's getting kind of rocky and downhill, so I'm gonna put this camera away for a little while. Pretty. Okay, looks like I'm presently going down the mountain. So that's where I came from. And this is where I'm going. So this trail is just continually, you go up the hill, you go down the hill. You go up the hill, you go down the hill. You go up the hill, you go down the hill. But it is so beautiful here. I just really love it. Okay, while I was doing some research on the internet, I discovered that a lot of people will say you should avoid the Appalachian Trail, especially the Georgia section, in the summer. That's because the heat and the humidity is just absolutely brutal, and so you should time yourself to avoid that. I think that's it just depends on where you're from. Me personally, because I'm from Texas and I've lived in Texas my whole life, the humidity is not really an issue. It's brutal, but I'm already used to that. It's not any more brutal than I'm already used to. So from my perspective, it's actually better. I'd say it's about 20 degrees cooler here, or 15. I'm used to it being in the summer. It's 100 degrees, 100% humidity. I'm in Georgia, 100% humidity, which is not good. But the high is probably going to be about 85. So for me, that's kind of pleasant. If you're from Georgia or one of the southern coastal states, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, then you'd probably do fine. The geography is different, but the weather, or at least the humidity and the heat, would be actually more pleasant. Met a few people from Texas and Florida, and they both agree with me that this is actually better than where we're from. Again, humidity's terrible, but the temperature's quite a bit cooler. Met some people from Arizona, and this is pretty brutal for them. So if you're from Arizona, that's something you might keep in mind. You're used to the heat, but the humidity's terrible. I've had more than one person from Florida tell me they're out here on the trail, and sometimes they feel like they are drowning because the air is so thick and humid. So it's pretty bad for them because they're used to no humidity and heat. So again, I think it's pleasant here. 85, 100% humidity. Being from the brutal state of Texas where everything burns you, bites you, pokes you, bites you, or kills you. It's pretty pleasant. I haven't come across anything. One snake and one bear juvenile that fit that description. Everything else is not pokey or bitey or sticky, or so it's kind of pleasant. This part of the trail from Mountain Crossing to Whitley Gap is a lot more jungly. The first 4 days were also jungly, but not like this. Not that I'm complaining, I like it. But just noticing, it's pretty jungly through here. And again, the trail is maybe not what you think it is, so another reason I'm doing this video. If anybody wants to attempt this, at least maybe you'll have a little better idea than I did when I started.